Hi everybody, welcome back to SAP Insights, your trusted SAP learning channels. Today's session, I'd like to go through a common requirements to enable on-demand based MRP run for material, which will automatically create the PR through MRP, and it will also determine the relevant vendor based on the info records. On the same time, to cater for the PR proposal creation, which will also round the quantity up into the multiple of 10, 100 or 1000 based on the lot that we order from a supplier. Now before we begin, please do like my video and subscribe to my channel as a form of encouragement for me in producing more quality video to help you and the community. Your likes and your subscription is a big motivation to me. Thank you so much. Now, I described in the previous slide, we want to achieve two things today. Number one, to be able to generate PR automatically based on the quantity in your reservation document, your process order document, or even your plant maintenance order document. Number two, to be able to create a PR that will round up into the quantity despite the odd numbers that you have in your reservation, process order, or your plant maintenance order. And lastly, we'll look at what are master data that we require and the key fields as well as the business rules that we need to set up to achieve this. Now on this screen, I'd like to go through the first prerequisite master data, which is the purchase info records. And the key field here, which I'd like to emphasize, is the auto sourcing field. Now this flag is important to be checked for all info records that you want to consider for your planning run. If you forget to check this field, MRP will still be able to generate and create the PR, but the fixed vendor will never be able to determine. Some of the consultants, they forgot in checking this field, and therefore they'll be trying to find out why the PR generated from the MRP do not have the vendor information, and this will be the reason. Now the second master data, which is also very important, is the source list. And the field here that I'd like to emphasize is the MRP field. Now source list must be set up for materials where you want MRP to run to generate the PR for you, and the MRP field must always be set to 1. By setting this to 1, you're going to tell the system that you want the system to consider this source list for your MRP run. Okay. And the third prerequisite master data is nothing but the mature master data itself. To enable a material to be on an on-demand based MRP run, we will have to set up the MRP type as PD. And the lot sizing procedure, we will set it up to EX in this example. And for the rounding value, we'll set it to 10. Okay. Now this is especially useful when you always know that you'll be procuring an item in a multiple of 10. In this case, 10 kg. As that is the smallest unit, the supplier will always be selling to you. But the consumption from your process order, from your reservation, from your plant maintenance order, it can come in various odd numbers, right? But however, when we procure, we always want to procure in the multiple of 10, okay? And of course, if the requirement is in the multiple of 100, you put 100 there. Hence, for this example, when the MRP run, when it sees a replenishment requirement of 8 quantity, right, it will generate a PR with a 10 quantity. And if it sees a replenishment quantity of 12, it will generate PR with 20 quantity. You always do the round up for you. Okay. Now, so far we have covered all the three main key master data and the business rules. And I'd like to thank you for staying with me so far. And if you find this material useful, please do like my video and subscribe to my channel. And encourage me to produce more quality video to help all of us. Now that we have set up all the master data accurately, let us take a look at the simulation run. All right. In this example, we created a reservation of 12 quantity. Okay. And we go into the MRP simulation MD03 transaction code, right? And we do a run to display us what will be the results. And at the bottom of the screen, you see that purchase rack is being proposed with 20 quantity. And because of the auto sourcing field flag is checked in the PIR, as well as the source list is set up, the system automatically determines the vendor for this PR proposal. Like I mentioned earlier, if you forget to check the auto sourcing flag in the PIR, you will not be seeing this vendor field and the vendor name in this screen itself. Okay, the PR will still be generated and be created with 20 quantity, but the vendor information will not be there. Okay. Now let us look at the purchase rack that is being generated. So in the previous screen, we saw that the MRP proposal created a PR ending with 178. Now, if I go to the PR document itself, under the source of supply, you'll notice that only the fixed vendor is being populated over here. What about the info record? Some might have felt or may feel this is incorrect, but actually this is a standard SAP behavior, right? Now that you have successfully created the purchase rack through a MRP run, we will be converting this PR into your purchase order. And we know that purchase order can be generated through your scheduled batch job run through ME59N transaction code or through a manual PO creation, which is ME21N, referencing to this PR. Both ways will derive the same results. And what I want to emphasize here is the info record field. Now you see this field is grayed out, but the information, the info record number is populated. And that sums up that during the purchase order creation, the system will determine the source automatically because in the purchase registration, the fixed vendor was populated. Okay, now that sums up the today's session to look at how we create PR to MRP run, determining the vendor automatically with the info record and source list set up accurately, as well as the rounding value to meet into your supplier's purchasing requirement. So I'd like to thank all of you for staying to the end of this video. And if you do like the session, please click on the like and subscribe to my channel for more SAP and project management tips and tricks. Thank you so much.